What's up, everyone? My name is Jason, and today I'm bringing you another MTG Arena gameplay video for the Aether Hub. So today what I got for you is I have this really sweet, really awesome deck that I've been teasing it on Twitter a lot. If you don't follow me there, you can follow me at T2TKS. But either way, this deck is super awesome. I freaking love it. It's fun. It's really good, actually. So let's dive into it. This deck is Rakdos Cavalcade. So with Ravnica Allegiance spoiling, Simon and I were talking a lot about certain decks and what we could do with some of the cards that were spoiled. And the biggest card that we were talking about when it was spoiled was Cavalcade of Calamity. Cavalcade of Calamity is an enchantment for 1 and a red. Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. So this is a Hell Rider for all of your creatures. And we fell in love with this card. This card seems amazing, but we couldn't figure out a shell to put it in. We were looking at like a Boros Cavalcade deck, and we were we were so worried about card draw and sweepers, basically, because like you got all these small creatures that you want to put in here, all these 1-power creatures, and you just fold to a sweeper effect. So I went in here and I was trying to figure out the best way to get Cavalcade to work in a deck that doesn't care about sweepers all that much. And I think I got the perfect deck for you. So overall, this deck, I've played it so far, and up to this point, I am 36-6 with it between the non-ranked and the ranked ladder and best of 1. And so far, the worst matchup I see is mono white, but it's very good against Nexus decks because Cavalcade of Calamity does not care about your root snares. We're going to attack with a lot of creatures. You go ahead and root snare. It'll stop them, but you're still taking 5 from Cavalcade. It's pretty sick. So a lot of the mid-range decks this gets under. The Nexus deck, this gets under. Control decks, it gets under and grinds. It's just the quick mono white deck that this really struggles with, and I'm trying to figure something out, but I do want to show you this deck before I do that because I've just had so much fun with it. There are some other flavors that you can look at as far as Cavalcade goes. John from They Said We Said put out a deck tech for a Boros Cavalcade deck. Total MTG, Matt from Total MTG put out a Gruul Cavalcade deck that you can check out on his channel, and also Hank from Cardboard Paladins did an Is It Cavalcade deck. Now you can go check that on the Cardboard Paladins YouTube. Just go check out all the flavors of Cavalcade that you can. This card is amazing. I love it. It's something that I really wanted to work on, and I'm glad that I got this list together. And yeah, so that is the deck. Let's jump into some matches here and see exactly what it can do. Ranked match with Rakdos Cavalcade. Let's see what we can do here. We are on the play. We have 2 1-drops in Vicious Conquistador. We have a Kitesail Freebooter to check out our opponent's hand, and we have a Legion Warboss. There are no Cavalcades, no card draw. It's kind of but we do have some early plays. I think we should go ahead and keep it. So play our Swamp, play our Vicious Conquistador. See what our opponent is up to here. Steam Vents. Alright, get down a Swamp. I'm going to play the Conquistador. It's more damage in the long run. I don't think, if anything, they're going to take it. They'll kill a Conquistador with a removal spell. I'll just hold on to the Freebooter until it's a Jeskai list. Okay. So, yeah, while they're tapped out, getting down the Warboss. This is the most damage output we can. We're getting it for 5 here. Next turn we can Freebooter. They're gonna kill the Warboss, so we'll Freebooter. Oh. Never mind. We're going to play another Warboss. Attack with all. Get in for 6. Get them down to 7. Crackling Drake. Alright, that's game. We win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, come on. Play Swamp. Attack with everybody. Yep, our opponent concedes. So, again, if you don't have Cavalcade, this deck can kind of function as just a really quick aggro deck against these decks that are trying to set up. You know, they had removal on 3, and then they played a Crackling Drake, and on our turn 5, we just won the game. So, you don't need Cavalcade. Cavalcade gets through in a lot of situations, but sometimes this deck can just be a really nice red-black aggro deck, and that's really awesome. So that's that on display. Oh, let's get into another one here. All right, here we are getting into another game with Rakdos Cavalcade. Let's see if we can pull one off here. All right, this hand is very, very reasonable. So we have Vicious Conquistador, Firebrand. We're going to play the Firebrand first, Conquistador on 2. If we can get in there, we'll light up the stage. And we got Warboss. We have 3 lands. This is a good hand. Be nice to have a Cavalcade, but I'll take it. So, get down our Fanatical Firebrand. Go for attacks. Get in for 1. Get that sweet spectacle animation. Pass the turn. Maybe a Guildgate deck. Yeah, it's probably a Guildgate deck. So I'm going to play Vicious Conquistador here. Get in for 1. And then I'm going to light up the stage. If it is a Guildgate deck, we have a little bit of time to not just run out the Freebooter. There's another Freebooter. Nice. Oh, that's good. Alright, get down our land. Play the Freebooter here from exile. Let's see if we can grab a Gates Ablaze. Ah. Okay, so they can't play either next turn. So this is probably easier to cast. What do they have? Do they have a red and... Okay, so they do have red-white. So if they... We're just going to take Gates Blaze. And then go swinging. If they draw a basic or an untapped land, they're going to be able to get us here. Alright. Alright, we got the other Kitesail Freebooter here. Growth Spiral. Okay. They have another land. Okay. So we're going to take the Deafening Clarion. We have all their removal in hand currently. And we'll go swinging. Get them down to 11. They might Circuitous Route here. Or they might Crisis. They gain 3. They can draw Gates Ablaze and wreck us. Okay, there's Circuitous Route. So next turn they'll have Nessa Hall or a big Hydroid Crisis, gain some life that way. But as of right now, we can still do some damage. Alright. Footlight Fiend, Legion Warboss. Let's do as much as we can here. Put them down to 8. I'd say if they don't have a Gates Ablaze, they get Crisis. Yep. They gain 10. They have a 5/5. We get a land. Let's get down that Experimental Frenzy. Goblin Instigator on the top. Can't play it. I am not going to swing with the Kitesail Freebooters, because they will eat one, and we will lose everything. I'm going to get in with Legion Warboss. They're probably going to eat the Legion Warboss, but we're going to get in as much damage as we can here. And we got there. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So you really haven't seen this as a Cavalcade deck to have put it in the work yet, but I mean it's still a reasonable Rakdos aggro deck, as I've said before. Alrighty, here we are with another game of Rakdos Cavalcade. No lands. Lovely. Mulligan. One land. I'm going to try it. Opponent's going to 5. That's decent. Oh, land on top. Lovely. Love it. Love it. Love it. Opponent's at 5. We'll get down a Footlight Fiend here. I didn't talk a whole lot about the hand there, so I apologize. But we have a Vicious Conquistador. They are on mono blue. Kitesail Freebooter, Goblin Instigator, light up stage. This is fine. I'm going to go swing in here. I might light up the stage. Yep, definitely lighting up the stage now. Get some cards, some lands. Get down a Vicious Conquistador and pass the turn. Curious Obsession on the Terramander, sure. 2 Curious Obsessions on the Terramander. Alright. There's a Vicious Conquistador. Alright, let's see what you're working with here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. It would have been nice to draw a Lightning Strike, because this Terramander can really get in some damage here and really draw some cards. They're going to have protection probably now that they've seen so many cards, and that's a land. Ugh. Alright, at this point we just need to race. We got the wide. We're going wide here, so. But they're refilling their hands so quick. This isn't good. They're back up to 7 cards in hand. All right, let's go to combat here. Get in with everyone. Okay, you got it. Kitesail Freebooter. See what they got going on in here. I'll take the Wizard's Retort, get down a Fanatical Firebrand, and pass the turn. They have a lot of permission, but not a lot else going on. They have to attack, or they're going to lose their Curious Obsessions. Draw your card, sure. Another Terramander. Siren Storm Tamer. And they concede. So that was really cool. This is just a very good deck whenever you are flooding the board. They did have 2 Curious Obsessions going, so that was pretty awesome that we got to beat them through that. They mulliganed to 5, but they had the Terramander. They suited up real quick. We didn't have the removal we needed to get rid of them, but we just raced them. We went wide and we got around them. So that's all you can ask for in this deck. This deck is great. Like I said, pretty cool. I love it. You can get it from so many angles, and it's great. So let's get into another one here. All right, we're getting into another one here with Rakdos Cavalcade. See what we can do. All right, so we are on the play. We have a lot of 1-drops. We have 2 lands. We have Instigator and Lava Coil. I will keep it. So we will play our Mountain, get down our Fanatical Firebrand, and start swinging with it. Mono white. Sweet. Alright, I'm going to go ahead. Man, it sucks to do this, but, like, we're not going to be able to get through this. Lava Coil it. There's a Cavalcade. Get down our Goblin Instigator. Start going wide. Not going to attack here. Tide Taker makes a spirit when it dies. Okay. Get down our Swamp. Get down another Goblin Instigator. Get down a Footlight Fiend. We're going real wide here. No attacks. No attacks. End turn. So we have Footlight Fiend and Goblin, or the Cavalcade for next turn. Let's see what they do. They might just go wide too. But that's the problem with this white deck against us. They can go wide as well as like even better than we can. We do have other ways to get damage through with like Cavalcade, but like here we go. They got a 1-drop. Benalish Marshal. Their creatures are getting beefy. They're passing the turn. Get down our Footlight Fiend. Get down a Kitesail Freebooter. I would just check out what they got going on in their hand. They might just have a bunch of lands. We can't do anything about those things, so that's fine. No attacks. No point in attacking. The good news is this Kitesail Freebooter will continue getting through, but they don't have to do a whole lot to really wreck us. We have a really good board, but their board is bigger. We can deal 2, 4, 6, 8 damage with Cavalcade. As it stands currently. Plus things will get through. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. really don't think that they can throw out a Venerated Loxodon. Well, I guess. Alright, let's do some math. Yeah, we can't even get through with everything. Dragon Skull Summit. Get down to Cavalcade. What do we have to... What can we leave back? So these are 5s. That's 10. We have to block this and this. If we do that, it's 5, 9, 13. So we have to block 2 things. So go to combat. Swing with all of these. We'll hold back 2 creatures. And we're going to get some damage through here. Block there. Block there. They're down to 8. So if they can deal with one of our untapped creatures, that is not good for us. But if they can't deal with it, so they can't really swing out here. No blocks. See what they got. Another Loxodon. Alright. Kitesail Freebooter. Oh, does that 2, 4, 6. Oh, I think we got there. I think we got there. Because this does 6. And they can only block 4. Oh my god. Yes, that was awesome. That was awesome. Perfect. Awesome. I have yet to beat Mono White, and that was pretty sweet. Oh my god, that was great. So, as you see, Cavalcade went to work here, and it was amazing. You know, just gumming up the board and getting the Cavalcade down. It didn't matter there with their board. As long as we didn't die, we just pushed through as much damage as possible, and that was pretty sweet. That's amazing. Awesome. Alright, we'll get into another one here. See what we can do with Rakdos Cavalcade. This deck has been lit. Like, I love this list. Alright, we are on the play. We have 2 lands, Footlight Fiend, Vicious Conquistador. We have 2 Legion Warbosses. I think this is a good hand. Be nice to get a Cavalcade, but we'll go ahead and get this Vicious Conquistador down and get the beat started. Mono red? Yep, shock. Sure. You got it. Alright, we got a Dragon Skull Summit. Let's get down the Goblin Instigator. Start going wide. Passing. We have double Legion Warboss. Legion Warboss is pretty good against the mono red deck as long as they can't deal with them. Get to Lava Runner. Yep. Alright. Go ahead and get down the Warboss. They probably have a shock. But we can get that out of their hand. And we have another Warboss next turn. Yeah, see, they know. They know they're going to shock it. Alright, no attacks. It was just lightning me. It's fine. It's fine. It's not going at her face. But here comes a Chain Whirler. Right? Oh, nothing. No land. Oh, wow. Okay. Try to get down our other Legion Warboss here. Nice. Nice, nice. Alright. We're going to attack with everything. Sure, they're going to eat one, but we can then light up the stage afterwards. Light it up. Vicious Conquistador, another light. Awesome. Alright. This next turn, we might go ham. Our opponent just scoops it up. Yep, they got screwed on lands, and we got through. Again, that's just the power of this deck, even without Cavalcade. It's just really quick. We just gum up the board, and we get stuff out there. If they had lands, Goblin Chain Whirler wrecks us pretty bad, so if they had that, they would have more than likely got there. But we did have light up stage to draw. We got another light up the stage off that first light up the stage to get some more card advantage. So there's no telling what could happen. It's unfortunate they were stuck on 2 lands, but overall it's a win. So there you have it. This was the Cavalcade deck, Rakdos Cavalcade. And it's, like I said, it's just really good value Rakdos aggro deck. It's pretty sweet. So let's go into a wrap-up, shall we? Alright, here we are, the end of the video. So overall, this Rakdos Cavalcade deck went 5-1. The only loss that we had was that Sultai list. It was really interesting, and it was really cool that we got to play it. It was really sweet. Worm's a real thing. But overall, this deck is amazing. You didn't get to see a lot of the Cavalcade, but when you get the Cavalcade down, it's just it's crazy the amount of triggers that you get off of it. Whenever you just throw everything out there and you get the Cavalcade out, you're just going to be dealing a lot of damage real quick. I know in one of the games that I played, I dealt 20 damage in one turn with 2 Cavalcades out, and it felt really amazing. But again, this deck is really good. You can build this for only 14 rare wildcards, 6 for the main deck, or for the non-lands, Blood Crypts and Dragon Skull Summits. Those are 8 rare wildcards that you'll have to spend on lands. But again, you can theoretically get away with playing Guild Gates and the Cinder Barons, but it's just not going to be as quick. You can also probably play a mono red deck with Cavalcade with goblins, but you're not getting the Dusk Legion Zealot. Dusk Legion Zealot's kind of whatever in this deck. You got Light Up the Stage and Experimental Frenzy for your card advantage, but you lose Kitesail Freebooter, which really helps to protect you a little bit. You lose Vicious Conquistador, which throws a little bit of incidental, better damage. This card's probably better than any other of the red 1-drops that you can play in this deck. But overall, like I said, you can play it mono red. Just get some other cheap red creatures, red goblins. You can play it with the Guild Gates. It's just not going to be as fast. But this deck is really good. I've had a lot of success with it. I haven't played a whole lot on the ladder, but I'm still doing really well on the ladder. I had a rough patch last night because, well, Arena hates me sometimes. But overall, I can't tell you how much fun I've had with this deck and how, like, just simply amazed I was at the power of Cavalcade and small creatures. So, give it a shot. Go spend your wild cards here to get this. Experiment and Frenzy is always good to have. Lands are always good to have. Legion Warboss is good to have. So, you're not really wasting your wild cards if you want to build this deck. So, anyway, that's all I got for you today. Please, please, please go join the Vorthos army on the Aether Hub's Patreon. We got a lot of cool things rolling out to you on Patreon. It's being revamped to get you some awesome value. So please go check it out in the description box down below. Again, like this video, comment on this video, share this video, hit that bell and subscribe to us to stay up to date on all of our gameplay, all of our lore. Any kind of video that we bring to you, you're going to love it. So, yeah, that's all I got. As far as sharing goes, please share this to Reddit if you can. Reddit is a great place for us to kind of get our name out there, show other people what we got going on here, and help us bring the best content to you. So, that's all I got. I have been Jason here with the Aether Hub. I hope you had fun watching this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you next time.